and I based it on journals and diaries of real women and children that traveled westward back in 1853. So what you're about to see is not fiction, but rather factual events of real occurrences that took place in one of America's most harrowing yet exciting times. So we ask that you just sit back, relax, and enjoy Letters from the Oregon Trail. So far, though, it's been my home for the past 30-some years. I'm scared to think what might lie ahead of us. But I have to keep my wits about me because I don't want Henry to see how worried I am. And my children, Mama, they just keep going on and on about the promised land. I'm actually scared to think what might lie ahead of us.
Well, now, it's normal to be scared of the unknown. But God will be with you. How many of you are going?
Yeah, we got 60 families in our party going with us. And at the town meeting last night, we elected a man named Captain Bonner. He's going to be our guide. He says he's got a lot of experience crossing over those plains. Well, and he knows the trails quite well, too.
Well, that's a comfort, knowing you have a man with experience to guide you.
Yeah.
When will you be leaving?
Well, Captain Bonner said that May 10th would be our departure date. You see, we have to leave before the end of May, so we don't get the bad weather toward the tail end of our trip. Well, Mama, think about it. It only gives me a few short months to sell everything on the farm and pack up and get started. I'm going to miss you so much. Beans, rice, coffee, sugar, dried fruits, baking soda, vinegar, oh, and 2 barrels of cornmeal. Henry also bought 100 boxes of bullets to hunt with. Now, I packed up all the eggs and the nice china into those large barrels of cornmeal to protect them. Henry strapped all the tools to the side of the wagon, and all spare parts are slung underneath it. Oh, I filled up that nice leather trunk he gave me, too, with some medicines. Let's see, there's quinine for malaria, citric acid for scurvy, camphor and laudanum for all other ailments, and God forbid, hartshorn for rattlesnake bites. Oh, and I also packed up a tightly corked bottle of matches so I could have them at the ready whenever I need to light the fires. And of course, I'm going to carry my pen by my side and my inkwell. That way I can always write to you in letters or maybe make entries into my diary. Captain Bonner says he knows of a few places where I can actually drop off my letters. It may take several months before they actually arrive, but I suppose you could be excited about bundles arriving on occasion.
I am so proud of Abraham and Ruth taking on the responsibility of an adult. Let's see. You are Kayleen. Kayleen, can you up here with me? Abraham was 9 years old. Remember that? And Kayleen is 9 years old. Now, I am a firm believer that a woman can do anything a man can do. Therefore, I am going to ask Kayleen if she would be able to take over the wagon and drive that wagon for Dad. He's sick. He's got the mountain fever. Could you? She said she could try. And actually, I'm going to ask one more time. Do you think that you can get in that wagon and drive that wagon? And actually, we have to get up that mountain, so you have to take that wagon apart, and you got to do the pulleys, and you have to get that wagon to the top of the mountain. Could you do that? Yes, she could. That big long gun, could you handle that big long gun and maybe get us some dinner? Yeah. Thank you so
until Henry regains his strength and built for us that long-awaited log cabin. Last night, we celebrated Thanksgiving and Christmas combined, and I can't remember the last time we had so much fun. We ate grizzly bear steak, for which we paid $2.50, fresh vegetables for the first time in 7 months, and homemade apple pies. Oh, the children made music, and we all sang songs. Mama, I cannot fully believe it, but by the grace of God, we